this week on GameSpot TV. Final Fantasy VII is one of the biggest titles in the history of the PlayStation. We talked to Squaresoft to find out how they intend to repeat their success. And we have a preview of the Dreamcast arcade-style racing game Speed Devil that features plenty of tracks to tear up with your hot rods. And skateboarding legend Tony Hawk shreds in our behind-the-scenes look at the making of his upcoming skateboarding game. Stick around. It's game time. Hello and welcome to this console edition of GameSpot TV. I'm Adam Sessler.
And I'm Lauren Fielder. The epic role-playing series Final Fantasy is in its 8th and soon-to-be 9th incarnation.
Final Fantasy VII has become the biggest-selling PlayStation game worldwide. And there was even a film in the works set in the Final Fantasy universe.
We had a chance to talk to Squaresoft's top man, Jun Iwasaki, and found out what's in store for the epic series and the company's future.
Since 1997, the PlayStation role-playing game Final Fantasy VII has sold over 6 million copies worldwide, making it one of the best-selling video games of all time. Last May at the E3 convention, Squaresoft's president, Jun Iwasaki, gave us a glimpse inside the company's game plan and strategies to keep its competitive edge. And of course, it started with Final Fantasy VIII. No company can survive on RPGs alone, and Squaresoft knows it. To attract more gamers, the company decided to delve into fighting games such as Bushido Blade.
Our main focus is RPG, but also we'd like to expand not only RPG, other genre. For example, we've already launched fighting game, Bushido Blade and Tobar 1, 3 years ago. So anyway, we try to expand that genre, not only RPG.
And whether you like their games or not, one cannot resist eye candy. Stunning graphics are consistent elements in Squaresoft games. The idea here could be that if gameplay and storyline don't grab you, the visuals will. Parasite Eve's awe-inspiring graphics mask game features that weren't up to par. A safety cushion or not, Iwasaki says that the company has been pushing the technology envelope since day one.
いうことで、プレイステーションに、チョイスをした時点で、そういうフィロソフィーで、作ってきているということです。
So rather than there was a time where we decided to develop a game that was more computer graphics oriented. It was that timing that the PlayStation was announced and that a new system was developed. That's when we were able to pull our strengths and our great graphics and to put that into the new console.
By the end of year 2000, Sega, Sony, and Nintendo will have their next-generation game systems in place. The PC will be there too. With their track record, you can bet that Squaresoft will be picky.
可能性、いわばスペックを決めているゲーム機を、まずは選択をもう一つのエレメントとして考えています。
And then the second element that we look for is that the console or the specs of the console will have to have the capacity or the capability to handle what Square wants to really develop.
Talk about ambitious, this scene illustrates Squaresoft's biggest goal and toughest challenge for its next-generation titles, and that is total immersion. Iwasaki says Squaresoft's game technology will attempt to make the transition from movie to game so seamless that gamers won't be able to tell where the game ends and the movie begins. Gamers will get a taste of this feature in Final Fantasy VIII. As with other businesses, there are no surefire wins. But as a multi-billion-dollar horse race, many gamers, fans, and industry watchers are already placing their bets on the Squaresoft horse to win.
You know what's really cool, Adam, is that Square finally officially announced a sequel to Chrono Trigger. It's going to be called Chrono Cross.
Yes, it could very well cause the same anticipation as the U.S. release of Final Fantasy VIII, which, curiously enough, is being released the same day as the Dreamcast, September 9th.
And now, let's check the game news. In this week's console news, after a difficult launch, the Bleem PlayStation emulator for the PC has been released to retail outlets around the country. Originally only available through the company's website, the emulator has already sold around 20,000 units. Throughout the software's short history, the company has survived 2 legal attempts by Sony to halt its release. Capcom has announced that the new Tokyo Philharmonic Orchestra will perform musical pieces from the Resident Evil series. The concert will showcase music and FMV sequences from the upcoming Resident Evil 3 in Tokyo on August 25th. And Square recently announced a list of talent that will be included in the upcoming Final Fantasy movie. The list includes such high-profile Hollywood actors as Alec Baldwin, James Woods, Donald Sutherland, and Steve Buscemi. Each will provide the voice for a character in the film based on the popular role-playing game series. The animated film is currently in production in Hawaii and is set to release during the summer of 2001.
If you're looking for more gaming news, you can always find it at GameSpot.com and VideoGames.com.
And don't forget to send in your Pokemon drawings to qualify for our Pokemon contest. We're giving away Pikachu, we're giving away Game Boy Color, Pokemon Snap, Pokemon Pinball, and a lot of other stuff. So pull out your crayons and give it your best shot. Entries must be submitted as an original drawing of your favorite Pokemon character.
And if you're like me and are no Rembrandt, come by the GameSpot TV website and take our Pokemon Trivia Quiz for a chance to enter our contest. Entries need to be received by August 1st, 1999. For more information, go to our website at zdtv.com/GameSpot TV. Coming up on GameSpot TV, looking for the elusive Pokemon in its natural habitat? We take a look at the upcoming Nintendo title, Pokemon Snap. And get set for an epic tale. We have a review of the PlayStation role-playing title, Star Ocean: The Second Story.
Welcome back. Our next game is a cross between Disney's Jungle Cruise Ride and Candid Camera.
Here's a review of Pokemon Snap for the N64. With Pokemon all over the Game Boy, it would seem only natural that it would move on over to the N64, and one of the first arrivals will be Pokemon Snap. In a word, this will be a weird game. You play a young, intrepid chap who is trying to capture those elusive Pokemon. Your search lands you on Pokemon Island in Professor Oak's lab. You are then sent out to move, as on rails, through 7 environments and snap pictures of the Pokemons you see. Your pictures are then rated by Professor Oak on certain criteria. If the game sounds limited, its concept is expanded upon by the acquisition of devices like apples and irritating balls that help lure out Pokemon and coax them into that perfect Rolling Stone cover pose. The game will be sporting some of the best graphics and sound on the N64, and the Pokemon cries will be taken directly from the television series to fully integrate all facets of the Pokemon experience. Look for Pokemon Snap at the end of July. A rather soothing game.
I think the music's nice.
Yes. Now, while much of the talk has been about the release of Final Fantasy VIII this year, it really is just a year for the RPG all around. And this next one is modeled after the classic variety of the genre.
So sit back and relax. Here's our review of the epic role-playing title, Star Ocean: The Second Story.
Star Ocean: The Second Story is the 32-bit follow-up to Enix's Super Famicom title, Star Ocean, a game released during the last days of the system. At the start of Star Ocean, players can select from one of 2 characters, Claude or Rena. As the story advances, you'll meet up with other key characters. With the gorgeous intro movie and pre-rendered scenes on par with Parasite Eve and Final Fantasy VIII, Star Ocean: The Second Story may play like an old-fashioned RPG, but it sure doesn't look like one. The fast-paced battle scenes take place in front of a full polygonal backdrop. Players can choose from one of 3 settings during combat: Standard, Semi-Active, or Full Active. Standard is for those gamers new to the series, while Semi-Active and Full Active are for gamers who want more control. Exploration takes you through many unique towns and villages. After picking up the necessary supplies, your travels will take you on a 3D overhead map, where you'll need to search for hidden caves and hidden towns. With at least 50 hours of gameplay, Star Ocean: The Second Story has plenty to see and do, and is as engaging an RPG as you're likely to play. James Melky gives Star Ocean: The Second Story a rating of 8.3 out of 10.
Fantasy, it's true. There's more to the RPG genre than Final Fantasy VIII.
Yes, and there's more to summer than RPGs. There's also baseball.
So don't forget your peanuts and popcorn. Here are a few cheat codes for All-Star Baseball 2000.
To activate the All-Star Baseball 2000 cheats, enter the following codes into the password entry field. Enter in Tom Thumb, and you'll find out what it's like to play baseball with the Wii folk. And you'll really have angels in the outfield when you type in Fly Away, and all your players fly to the dugout after an inning. Type in BCHBLKTPTY, and baseball fans will find out what it's like playing with big balls.
If you're looking for more cheat codes, come to the GameSpot TV website inside zdtv.com.
And don't forget, enter our Pokemon contest. Come to the GameSpot TV website to find out how to submit a drawing of your favorite Pokemon character. Or take our Pokemon quiz for a chance to enter. Next on GameSpot TV, we have racing action for the Dreamcast with a preview of the Hot Rod title Speed Devil. And we have Monkey Mayhem with a review of Ape Escape. Plus, Sean Smith from Electronic Gaming Monthly shows off the latest console peripherals. Welcome back. Now, if you've been paying attention, you can probably tell from past previews of Dreamcast titles, a common theme between these games is their speed.
So, how does that speed translate to a good old racing game? It's a natural fit, actually. Watch this next preview.
Speed Devils from Ubisoft is an arcade-style racing game for the Dreamcast that some feel is among the best for the new console system. The game features old hot rods that you drive around tracks inspired by actual locations. In the game, you can buy and upgrade cars with paint jobs and repairs. In multiplayer mode, you also have the option to sell them to other players. The game includes some enjoyable-looking track designs, and the game is catered to those that yearn for a quality, reckless racing experience similar to Cruisin' USA. Speed Devils is based on the PC racing game Speed Busters, but the developers have removed the Buster mode and added the ability to bet against other racers, created 2 new tracks, and has a new intro. Look for Speed Devils in September.
Now, speaking of moving fast, monkeys and time machines can be an interesting combination, at least in H.G. Wells' world. Oh, wait, but those were Morlocks. Well, anyway, I'm sure that's what Sony thought when they were developing Ape Escape.
Oh, yeah, I see what you mean. So let's see how they fared. We have Ape Escape on the grill. The 3D platformer has been an established genre for some time now, but only recently has it begun to come of age. Ape Escape from Sony Computer Entertainment exemplifies the best qualities of the form, innovation and solid design that should make anyone look past the kiddie qualities and discover an excellent platformer. The game casts you as Spike, a pleasant lad that must reclaim an army of monkeys that have scattered themselves throughout history with the help of a time machine. Under the leadership of Spectre, these monkeys are set to rewrite evolutionary history and make primates the dominant species. The game sends you through over 20 large 3D levels where you must collect the monkeys and send them back in time. Collect a quota of monkeys in a level and it allows you to progress on to the next one. To accomplish your simian retrievals, you are equipped with a lightsaber-like stun gun and a net with 6 more gadgets awaiting you as the game progresses. The monkeys themselves vary in speed and strength and have weapons of their own. Alongside the solid concept behind the game is the remarkable execution. The game requires the DualShock controller and makes use of both sticks. The left stick controls movement and the right stick controls the gadgets. This might sound daunting, but it is intuitive and easy to master. The digital directional and L1 buttons control the camera, and while it can become frustrating at times, they are among the best to be found in a platformer. The graphics are a sight to behold, with a remarkably far horizon line, and it is virtually slowdown free. Ape Escape is without a doubt one of the finest programming efforts for the PlayStation, and the seemingly silly concept of the game should not inhibit anyone from playing one of the most innovative and fun platformers to date. Peter Bartholow from VideoGames.com gives it an 8.8.
Yes! Now, it's rough enough to lose your gameplay to a bad memory card in a platformer, say, like Ape Escape.
But consider the tears you would shed if you lost it in an RPG with 30 hours clocked in it.
But before you panic, PlayStation gamers should check out today's Game Gear.
If you find yourself running out of save game slots in your PlayStation memory cards, and you have a PC, then you should look into the Data Deck by Mad Catz. Like Interact's Dex Drive, the Data Deck by Mad Catz allows you to save PlayStation save files on your PC through a serial connector. But it does have some features that stand out. First, it has 2 memory card slots right on the Data Deck unit itself, so you don't have to rely on the PlayStation to swap files. It comes with a free memory card, and in addition to supporting its own proprietary format, it supports the Dex Drive format. The first thing that stands out about the Data Deck is its design, the nice dark blue with the green memory card. Next, the newest revision of the software works really well, but be aware older revisions are kind of buggy, so check the Data Deck website for updates. And finally, the nicest thing about the Data Deck is that you're able to use Data Deck files as well as Dex Drive files off of the internet. For $40, it's a solid buy.
Let me hear you say, ho! If you liked our preview of Speed Devils for the Dreamcast, come by our website at zdtv.com/GameSpot TV and view this segment in real video. And as always, you can read the full preview at videogames.com.
Are you looking forward to the Dreamcast U.S. launch? Do you know which Dreamcast titles you're going to get? Drop by our GameSpot TV website, take our Dreamcast poll, and vote for the Dreamcast game you're most looking forward to.
Coming up on GameSpot TV. If you're having a problem mopping the floor with your opponent, we have a strategy guide for Bloody Roar 2. And we go behind the scenes to watch skateboarding legend Tony Hawk's motion capture session for his new Pro Skater game.
Welcome back. Now, if you're playing Bloody Roar 2, you've probably figured out by now that button mashing doesn't work, and it's not that much fun either.
No, so save your gaming thumb. We asked the fighting gurus at Expert Gamer magazine to give us some strategies. Ever wonder what it would be like to be a wild animal with martial arts skills? Bloody Roar 2 for the PlayStation seems to provide a pretty good answer. Nobody wants to be the pathetic dog meat whimpering as the loser. Take heed to these strategies. When everything else fails, block. Bloody Roar offers 2 kinds, a light guard and, you guessed it, a heavy guard. A light guard occurs when players don't press any buttons and let the computer block the hits. Light guards allow for quick recovery and counterattacks, but watch out for the opponent's heavy guard break attacks. Heavy guards are the typical hold back the D-pad block, similar to a Street Fighter game. This type does not have a quick recovery time, but will effectively block a guard break attack. Juggles are one of the most effective ways to deliver damage, but you don't want to be on the receiving end. And if you're being juggled like yesterday's ragdoll, just press the punch and kick buttons simultaneously as quickly as you can to get out of the juggle and block in midair to avoid the ensuing combo. Hey, nobody said fighting wild, superpowered beasts is going to be easy. Try to combine these tips with your animal instincts, and who knows? There might be a spot for you in the animal kingdom after all. So, from angry animals to the fuzzy singing variety, we have Disney, which has always been known for the quality of its animation. And since Disney's newly released animated film has a chest-pounding, knuckly dragon hero, it was inevitable that a game would follow.
So let's check how the Lord of the Jungle fares in this week's intro of Tarzan.
Close your eyes. Now forget what you see. What do you feel?
A dream is gone, but when it's home, somewhere something is calling for you.
Our next preview is no ordinary title, and the star is no ordinary actor. We were able to catch up with Tony Hawk, the granddaddy of pro skating, at a recent motion capture session.
We had the chance to get a behind-the-scenes look at the making of Activision's skating title for the PlayStation, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater.
there's always been potential for skating in video games. I mean, you know, and there have been some decent video games.
On the PlayStation, you've seen just tons of snowboarding games, like one after another. We just decided that it was time to do kind of a realistic skateboarding game, kind of capture what skateboarding is all about. Took a guy from Neversoft who specializes in physics, and for like 3 months, all he did was take the Apocalypse engine and just like try and make skateboarding physics. So we started out basically with Bruce Willis from Apocalypse on a skateboard with his machine gun, just skating back and forth in a half pipe.
They called me and said they're going to start a skating game, and had me come up and look at some samples of what they were doing, and they were already on the right track. The first time I saw it, it was already fun to play all the time, you know, and it didn't even really have any goals yet.
One of the things about skateboarding that we really wanted to capture in the game was just the total freedom, the creativity to do tricks on any obstacle in the environment. So when you're skating in the game, if you see something that looks like you can grind or slide or trick off of it, then you can't. We decided to do motion capture because we wanted to kind of make sure that we got all the signature moves for our skaters and make sure that they were as realistic as possible.
My style will be recognizable because of all the motion capture we're doing. That just highlights someone's pose and their maneuvers so much more than anything. You know, it's like sometimes you'll see something even animated and you can tell who they've animated it after, and once they do it to motion capture, it's obvious.
It's kind of been a crazy challenge because no one's ever really done motion capture on a half pipe before, and there are a lot of different problems that we didn't even think that we'd have to overcome.
Pretty much every time I fall, at least one of the balls falls off, and we've got to reattach it.
We've been working really hard on getting the bails right, because that's another thing that's, you know, a big part of skateboarding.
I'm just really excited. I never dreamed that, you know, I'd get to be involved in a video game or get to be a character in it, and to have this much support and to be able to do this, I'm just really excited. I just can't wait for it to come out.
If you liked our Tony Hawk Pro Skater preview, go to the GameSpot TV website to see extra footage from the capture session in real video.
And join us on the web next Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern to chat with Lauren and myself. Or if you're too shy to chat, come to the GameSpot TV homepage and email us directly. We want to know what you think of the show.
And don't forget to enter our Pokemon contest. Come to the GameSpot TV website to find out how to submit a drawing of your favorite Pokemon character, or take our Pokemon quiz for your chance to enter.
And to showcase another budding artist, we had no choice but to show off Shane Nyman from Negaunee, Michigan. He sent this in, and I think he unquestionably captured my inner essence. So, until next time,
bye.
Bye-bye.